Good evening, and I want to thank you for joining me today. And I appreciate your full attention throughout this discussion. Over the past 2 years, we have seen change. Change has never been seen before, that has altered and distorted typical human patterns of reason, emotion, and intellect. According to Jason Nagata, professor of pediatrics at the University of California, that quote, since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen an increasing reliance on digital media, screens, for nearly all facets of adolescents' lives. This subsequent increase in the use of digital media has led an extreme impact on the mental health of millions of children worldwide, and has drastically increased neuronal tissue loss and has led to an uptick in social anxiety disorders as well as other disorders associated with excessive screen time usage. We have seen changes over the past 2 years. At this current rate of cognitive ruination and mental augmentation, there is only one solution to prevent catastrophe in the near future. This solution rests upon the advocacy for a balanced society that learns and teaches moderation in the expression of the use of screen time and other behaviors exacerbated during the pandemic. As stated by Deborah Reuter of Harvard Medical School, that quote, a young person's brain lacks the fully developed self-control system to help them with dealing this kind of obsessive behavior. Therefore, part of the solution in mitigating the effects of this issue lies not only within the hands of the parents, but within the hands of the teachers as well, in promoting healthy behaviors and bringing exhortation to those who have healthy behaviors. However, the most effective solution lies within that which is the simplest: the exposure to the natural world through time spent in the outdoors. As an Eagle Scout, full-time hiker, kayaker, and cyclist, I can say with full authority that the solution to this problem lies within the promotion of a balanced lifestyle that is rooted within moderation and appreciation of the assets provided to us. There is no doubt that screens have improved the quality of the workforce and global economy. There is no doubt that screens have created a connected and fair global society. There is no doubt that the quality of our lives has been drastically improved through these tools. However, with such a great tool, also can lie such a great ruin. In the 2020 study by NIDA, National Institute on Drug Abuse, has found that, quote, brain scans from the Adolescent Brain Cognitive Development Study have showed a difference in the brains of some 9 and 10-year-olds who use smartphone, tablets, and video games for more than 7 hours per day. The scan showed that in the cortex, the outer layer of the brain that processes information from the 5 senses, was thinner in the kids who spent more time on digital media and smartphones than those who didn't. This unintended consequence of unchecked and unregulated screen time on the developing adolescent brain will lead to catastrophic damage that cannot be undone. This progressing issue will lead to neuronal development issues, social disorders, and will certainly create a society that can no longer be free. Now, from the age of 5 onward, I was being exposed to television screens, computer screens, and other handheld screen devices. I can distinctly recall spending hours spent on my computer, my Wii device, and other handheld gaming devices. I currently work in information technology and spend around 8 hours per day on screens and around 2 hours per day on my smartphone. However, there's a reason that I'm not cognitively brain dead. The answer is balance and moderation. Although a fair chunk of my time is spent on screens, also time spent is that of working on my farm and working outdoors. Therefore, I can say with certainty that these devices are harmful to mental health, and if not regulated accordingly, will also be harmful to the spiritual growth and development. I have experienced firsthand the derogatory effects of screen time and social media on my social skills and other developmental activities. It all began with the iPod Touch and the beginning of the technological revolution beginning that we have experienced since 2008. Since that year of change, almost every facet of our lives has been altered in thought and in behavior. Since that year of change, we've seen polarization, hatred, and mental changes as never before in human history. Since that year of change, it has been made more apparent that rapid action must be taken, or our children will never experience true freedom of choice. Therefore, the future of our children's lives is directly correlated with our ability to make rational and wise decisions that are directed to the welfare of upcoming generations. Therefore, I bring a call to action to my audience. Will we continue onto the path of mental degradation and laziness, which will ultimately lead to a restrictive and unhealthy American society? Or will we set a goal to improve our weakened condition through setting goals for physical exercise, mental gymnastics, and coherent and intelligent thought? So we have two choices for the future of this nation. If rapid action is not taken soon, I can assure you that our children will live in a radically different society than we have ever experienced. So therefore I call action. Will you set a goal for once a week physical exercise? Your children will benefit from this. So I want to thank you for your time, for your attention. I want you to keep this message with you. And I want you to take the first step to becoming a better person. Thank you for your time.